I think he's done a lot of it himself. He's been writing since he's a little kid. We were looking at his articles the other day when he was 10 years old.
Now, Paul, you started a program called Dunk on Cancer.
Oh, Kevin,
I meant. And all you've done so far is raise $75,000.
Wow. Yeah, the response was unreal. I think that was really. I think when I came home from LA, I mentioned to you like, hey, it would be sort of cool to do a fundraiser. Didn't really know exactly what, but it wasn't until after seeing the response to the article where I was like, okay, this has to be something that we do to try to turn a personal negative, for our family into hopefully a positive experience for a lot of people to rally around. And raising $75,000 with over 1,000 people donating individual donations to it was pretty awesome. The response was pretty unbelievable to that.
Kevin's had a transition from being a Celtics fan into an NBA fan, but that you don't have to, right? You're still a Celtics fan.
I'm still a Celtics fan.
Good. What do you think of Kemba Walker?
Oh, great. He's going to be great.
Kevin, you sign off on that?
Yeah, definitely.
You can't disagree with his dad. He's beside him.
I think with Kemba, it's going to be fascinating to see him now with the best supporting cast that he's ever had in his entire career. Like, the best player Kemba played with before the season was Al Jefferson.
Or Nick Batum.
I mean, it's kind of sad for Kemba.
Was your dad the reason you first loved basketball and the Celtics in particular?
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah. I mean, I think, I think back to like 98, 99, 2000, then those bad early 2000s Celtics teams after they had that run against the Pacers. But it's like, even through all the bad years, him and I always watching games late at night together. Like one of my favorite Celtics teams ever was the 06-07 team before they got Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. It was just a fun year to watch all these young guys constantly get better, like Tony Allen and Leon Poe.
A fun year to watch bad basketball? Is that what you mean?
It's about the experience and the journey more than anything else.
We still had a lot of high fives together.
A lot of high fives, So, my dad's the reason why I became a sports fan in the first place, for sure.
Was there anybody that has reached out to you since that story came out that really surprised you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, regardless, I think I've just gotten a lot of messages, or sometimes people, they'll say, hey, and say, your story meant a lot to me, or they'll share their own story, and that was really the most powerful thing about the response to it is, everybody offering thoughts and prayers means a lot, and everybody that donated meant a lot, but the people that were vulnerable and open, sharing their own stories and how that related to them, that's what really touched me the most, because I think regardless of this event is incredible, but regardless of what it is, it's being open to being vulnerable, being honest, and being genuine with others is something that, for me, I really took away from that. It just felt good to have people do that with me, and and in return, offer that to them. I think it just made a lot of great, strong connections with the conversations that we had.
Paul, it seems like an obvious question, but I ask it a lot of people who come in here and visit with us. Why Dana-Farber for you?
I think they're probably the best around. They're one of the best in the country, and I'm happy the doctors and nurses were great. And I'm still being treated for chemo, and just very happy with the treatment I've gotten there.
And now, how often is the treatment now? What's your day-to-day like?
I go 2 weeks with chemo, and then I take 10 days off, and then I go back for 2 more weeks, and been feeling pretty good,
Got a really good nurse at home.
Yep.
Right over there. Because it is always a family treatment, isn't it? It's not just you, Paul, or Carol, or Kevin. It's everybody. It's the group.
It's emotional support and physical support, and I get it from both of them and all the doctors and nurses, and it's been great. A lot of smiles. Smiles make me happy.
Yeah. We've always been a super close family, but it's like seeing us bond together and grow even closer has been it's a really good feeling.
Is Gordon Hayward back or what? Has he gonna have a good year?
You better hope so. I think today he talked at some event where he's talking about his recovery. Yeah. It's like we're still talking about Gordon Hayward getting back.
Well, guys, thank you so much first of all, Kevin, for sharing your dad's story initially. As Rich said, you had a hard time getting through that with a dry eye. But, Paul, thank you for sharing Kevin with us as well. And
thank you, Dale.
Thank you guys for coming in here. It's great to see you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks very much.